How dare you? Stay out of black folks' business, Rosenberg. How dare you?
Topics and Tea with Candace P in 3, 2, 1. All right. Peter Rosenberg. You tried it.
You done fucked up now!
Peter Rosenberg from Hot 97 recently had to issue an apology to our beautiful and beloved Kelly Rowland after he disrespected her during an interview when he compared her to Beyonce by saying that she played second to Beyonce. The way he asked his question was an entire mess. He asked her a question and he incorrectly stated that Angie Martinez had recently given Kelly Rowland her flowers for her ability to play second to Beyonce, which absolutely did not happen. Angie Martinez knows how to ask a question the right way, and Peter Rosenberg clearly does not. And he's been getting dragged for the last few days for what he said to Kelly Rowland. And Kelly Rowland actually responded. I'm gonna show y'all all of that, but first I want y'all to hear exactly what Peter Rosenberg said, and then I'm gonna show y'all what Angie Martinez said and how she asked a similar question the right way.
We've had such an interesting run for so many reasons. You and Angie just had a great conversation on her podcast about Angie gave you flowers for your ability to play second to Beyonce. Which for so many, everyone who gets, I can only speak for me. Everyone who gets in the entertainment business gets into it to be the man, right? Just me working with Ebro takes my own ego.
Hates it.
Yeah, hates it. It's my own, my ego has to be in check. Even though when he's not here, I'm like, you know what, I kind of prefer Ebro come back. But it does take an ego check. And you happen to be standing next to the brightest light on planet Earth. Like, you think Big Boy from Outkast has it tough being next to Andre. You were with Beyonce, and not only did you not like fight it, it seems like you really loved the position that you were in and took it seriously. And
here's the thing. Light attracts light. I am light. So I am a beautiful brown shining light. So I don't think anybody's light dims anyone else's. I think that when other people start to compare you, I think that that's when it shows how dim they are of themselves. So I don't take somebody else trying to dim my light anymore for anybody else. I love B. I know that she's a light, but I know that I'm a light too.
But it's also created such an interesting role for you where, like, you could have rested on your laurels and just been like, hey, I'm a part of this iconic group. My best friend's the biggest star in the world. We kick ass. We're awesome.
Yes, and her best friend / sister is one of the big stars in the world too. Yes. So it's like people only see things one-sided. You know what I mean? So I don't like when they just put one person in one place. Like, we both shine together. I'm shining with Marseille. We're shining together. Right. It's always been like patriarchy to me, or even now, like everybody's actually taking the hit of and start to believe this thing where, well, only one woman can do this and they shine the biggest. Right. My sister has knocked down doors and made positions for so many women that look like her, that are deeper shades than her, or brighter, or whatever, but specifically for black women, and put black women in other places that, you know, we're grateful for. You know what I mean? But also somebody else did that for her, and another group has done that for us.
And you're doing that for other
and
people.
I do it for other brown girls. So it's just a cycle and a space for all of us to open up doors for each other instead of compare. Don't be so limited. And I feel like people who compare are limited in their minds, and they limit themselves. And so don't do that to other people.
Okay, so y'all saw that. Now, before we get into Peter Rosenberg's emotionless apology, his apology filled with excuses, and before we get into Kelly Rowland's response, I want you guys to hear how Angie Martinez phrased her question and her statements to Kelly Rowland. And Kelly Rowland respected her, and it was a phenomenal conversation. Unlike that part of her conversation with Peter Rosenberg. Please notice the extreme differences between the two.
It's something that you're born with. You either have it or you don't. Yeah. And it's a really dope focus, and it's one of the many reasons that makes her so fucking dope.
Yes, but what makes you so fucking dope, and I think what makes people fall in love with you, is watching you guys as kids. And when you're standing next to someone that has that type of drive and that type of work ethic, and it's that bright, not many people could be as comfortable and secure and have their own light as gracefully as you have done.
Thank you.
You have to know that, right? People have said that to you.
I've never heard it like that, and that is the biggest compliment, and I really appreciate it. And I I'm finally comfortable and confident in that light. And I think like before, as a kid, that's why I'm thanking you for that compliment, because before as a kid, I think that sometimes you feel like maybe I should, you know what I mean, sink a little, but you don't ever sink for anybody. You stand straight, you put your head and face forward, and you know exactly what you bring to the table. Because when you do, everybody else gets to, the light is bigger, the shine is bigger, you guys look better together. It's, and it's one of the things I remember we were taught as kids, like, you know, we're stronger together. So it's awesome.
It's probably why I loved that moment so much.
Yeah.
Watching you in your light.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We love the light.
Keep that light going, baby.
You keep that light going.
Okay, so you guys see that. I know I'm not crazy. There's a big difference between Angie Martinez giving Kelly her flowers for her ability to be comfortable and confident in her own light while performing with Beyonce. That's a big difference between Peter Rosenberg talking about Angie Martinez gave you your flowers for playing second to Beyonce. That's not what Angie said at all. Peter Rosenberg had a horrible choice of words and the way he said it. He's like, you're standing next to the biggest light in the world. Anyways, you guys can see the difference between Kelly's response to Angie and Kelly's response to Peter. So after Rosenberg was appropriately dragged, Kelly Rowland took to her Twitter and she posted this. Have the most amazing day, Twitterville. Thank you all for your love and support. I know y'all got my back, and that made me do a happy dance this AM. Let me see your happy dance. Here's mine. So shout out to Kelly Rowland for always being a class act. She handled this situation with grace and beauty, as she always does. Like I mentioned earlier in my video, Rosenberg did apologize, and this is what he had to say. Peter Rosenberg took to his Twitter and he said, I messed up. Sorry, at Kelly Rowland. Wasn't remotely my intention, but intentions don't always matter. I will take the L. Still playing Nelly and Kelly at my wedding. What a weird apology. What does he mean he's still playing Nelly and Kelly at his wedding? So at his wedding, he's gonna play no matter what I do, all I think about is you, even when I'm with my boo. So basically at your wedding, you gonna let your wife know that even when you with her, you still thinking about your boo? That's not a wedding song. Oh, Rosenberg. Peter. He knew that was a fail. He knew that apology was a fail. So on Hot 97, they addressed it again. And no, I'm not playing the clip. If y'all care, I will put the link down below and y'all can see his second apology. His emotionless second apology.
Shout out to Kelly Rowland. No, I'm sorry.
If you guys would like to see the full video of Rosenberg's emotionless apology filled with excuses, I'll put the link down below, because I'm not even about to spend the extra time editing and putting the rest of that clip in. We do not play about Kelly Rowland over here on Daytime Tea Time. Nope, no we don't. I'm just saying. But anyways, the most important part of the interview and all of the interviews that Kelly Rowland and Marsai Martin are doing is that they're promoting their new movie, Fantasy Football, which will be available to stream on Paramount Plus beginning Friday, November 25th. That's Thanksgiving weekend, so y'all make sure y'all watch the movie. Kelly Rowland is playing Marsai Martin's mother in the movie, and Amari Hardrick is playing her father. One of the producers of the Fantasy Football movie is LeBron James, as well as Marsai Martin, and it's through her own production company, Genius Productions, okay? So Marsai Martin is out here getting to the money, getting to the creativity, and just being a boss, and that's why Kelly Rowland calls her boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Boss Marsai Martin. I am here, so excited. We are making a movie.
We're making a movie.
So please look at the details below.
We want you.
That's it. Score.
Oh my goodness, I just love seeing Kelly Rowland and Marsai Martin's personalities together. Specifically Marsai, just watching her grow up. Like, we have watched her grow up, okay? And she is grown, okay? Very much grown. And it's just such a beautiful thing to see. I'm 32 years old, okay? And I look up to her. You know what I'm saying? Super dope. Y'all make sure y'all watch her new movie, Fantasy Football, coming out on Paramount Plus November 25th. But all right, y'all, I'm done with this and I want to know what y'all think. Comment your thoughts down below. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button and the notification bell. And I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye.